Tastes pretty good. Okay.
Although the Asian with the hobby with homework, I don't know if that's legit or if he's like sucking up to his teachers who might be watching. I'll cover it for you there, dude. But
depends on the homework. All right, it seems everyone is ready.
Quaid is only 30. He was Kid Tetris in the first tournament. Him and Kataru were the kids, quote unquote. And now they're the ambassadors of the old guard. And it's been a fun ride with Quaid today, I'll tell you that. So we started up top, and we start at the bottom. Off we go. Second chance bracket, CTWC 2020. Group whatever letter this is. I can't keep track of the letters.
Group D.
Group D. D for Doge.
Doge and Daasian.
Group Doge and Daasian. Off we go. A little stream issues here. Hopefully we'll catch up with that. And just for old-timey sake, I'll do a Buko!
Nice.
It's got to give an audible one just in case. We got to get one of those in today.
That was listed as an achievement of Quaid, so...
Yeah, well, it was. His posse invented that. They picked him out of the lineup. Buko was one of the players to qualify in only one of the 2 slots back in 2010. He wasn't an invitee, and they rooted for him, and that's why he was the people's champ. Well, up early on, the Asian's got an unfortunate piece of cheese. He's going to clear it up. That could have been an issue, but he's going to get a Tetris out of this. And my stream is a little wonky right now. I hope that's... Yeah, I don't know if it's my local connection or what, but I'll do the best I can here. But I'll muscle through.
Okay.
Let's
see.
Alright. At the bottom, Quaid has an early 2.5 Tetris lead. Doge has a drought, and he's not in a good position to burn. He's got to build up that middle, and oh no. He's going to need some creativity and some luck.
Oh man, up high for both players on top game.
Oh goodness, I see the Asian. The Asian's going to top out, and Scotto's going to take this game 1. And Doge is going to hang that square on the left, and he's got nowhere to put it, and Quaid's going to take game 1.
What is happening in this group so far?
Wow, this bracket today. This is, I don't know, man. The TWO, that's what it is. That's totally what it is. The black and white. This is insane, folks.
Yeah, so many early top outs in the last, all these recent sets within Group D. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's not, deep breath. Normally I'd be a little down on this, but I'm having fun with these. This is fun.
We're going for the CTWC group speed run here.
Yeah. Off we go. Game 2. It's always fun to see how these players deal with E or S openings and what they do to tuck underneath them. Do they let it linger? Do they build on top of it? I mean, I try to incorporate this into my game and it doesn't help, but it's still fun to watch.
Yeah, it's probably best usually to just lay it horizontally, but I guess depending on how you want to play. It could also it might depend on your upcoming piece.
My strat is to hold in A, B, select, and start. Let I get that start and then restart. I don't know if it's particularly effective at tournament play, but works wonders at home. The Asian, again, with a little cheese in a bad spot. That's going to cost him a few burn lines here. Scotto's ahead, Tetris in a half early on. Quaid's in trouble. And since he's a DAS player, he's going to have to get something over the right, and it's going to be interesting. Can he get the line, and can he get it over? All right.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good burn down. And he's still in the lead by a half Tetris. So Doge is going to take the half Tetris lead up. He's only ahead 1,500 points. So despite all that early danger, Quaid's riding high, ready to go. TWO full life. Up top, half Tetris lead for Daasian. Normally I'd say, oh, boring level 18 clean play, but after the past few games, I'm riveted. I want to make sure they can maintain this. And Doge has got an interesting build. He's keeping his right side higher than his left. And that's going to require an awful lot of burns to get that down back into scoring position. Quaid's got a golden opportunity to expand his lead, and he's going to get one Tetris here. He's now up 43,000 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea sometimes to fill out the right, like we just saw from Doge, because he probably didn't want to like create poor board health, and if you just force the right like that, you can take the burns and just navigate back to the right like he did, rather than force bad parity, and it could always end up worse.
Yeah, he did do it only about halfway up the screen, as opposed to being all the way up the screen and dealing in that Tetris 99 situation. The Asian got another tower in the middle, which is extremely dangerous. Not only because it's a chance for a quick top out with one misplacement, but it just forces you to instantly make a left or right decision with every piece, and that might not be the optimal decision how you decide that. And Scotto's got a weird Z on top of his well. That's going to require a few burns. Early on down at the bottom, Quaid's ahead 17,000 points. He's going to build a column 1 Tetris here. Got the well going.
Nice.
And he's got it. And he's going to go for another one. Absolutely, he's going to do it.
Yeah, column 1 off of the very bottom isn't so bad. And if you're, confident, and obviously Quaid seems confident building in any column, and you kind of understand what kind of burns you have to do, then yeah, it's a good move to keep that aggression up.
And he's gonna get line bursted here and take the column 2 Tetris. Now, obviously, a column 2 or column 9 Tetris is very inefficient because it often requires you can only build out column 1 or 10 with another line piece, so you're wasting half your line pieces. But Quaid's like, shut up, Bidwell. Your PB is like 500,000, dude. Don't lecture me on my game. And that's why he made the finals back in 2015, and that's why he's ahead 1-0 here, and he's ahead 30,000 points in this game too. Unconventional play. They all score the same, and a column 3 Tetris by Quaid. This vintage Quaid. I love it. I love watching this game. Maybe it's not the most efficient, but it's very, very fun to watch. The way he can transfer wells like that, calmly transfer wells like that. There's never seems to be a panic situation. Doge is playing 1 off the bottom. He's down by 14,000 points. 104. We're getting sort of close to transition here. Up top, Scotto has built a huge 60,000 point lead. It was 80,000 until Daasian got another Tetris. That's pretty substantial. 430 at 108 lines. That means Scotto's going to probably get a 500 plus transition, which means he is well on his way to 1,000,000 points if he plays this all the way out.
Yeah, for sure. Daasian can definitely close this gap. I think he's a little more seasoned on this transition, but as we saw from Scotto, he was also warming up and could probably bring a pretty good post-transition to kill screen as well, so we'll see if Scotto can maintain that lead moving forward here.
Alright, at the bottom, we have a neck-and-neck situation. 74-point lead for Quaid for just a moment there. Now Doge hung up that Z. That's an awful lot of work to burn down. He's going to have to uncover it and get an eyepiece to fill it in. Quaid has a golden opportunity to take the lead here.
Oh, transition as well. Nice Tetris for Doge. Going to put him at about a 500k, well, just under that before the Tetris transition. And Quaid looking to transition, hopefully with the Tetris here. Getting droughted.
He's a little high.
No, not good pieces.
Coming in and out here. Quaid's in the center. He's in trouble. He's going to top out at 445, and Doge takes game 2.
Oh, there's the alarm.
Well, you've been droughted too much there, Beast and Chen.
Yeah.
We got 51-piece drought for Quaid. I just noticed that. That's why the fire alarm's going off in Beast and Chen's apartment, folks. Put that fire out with a line piece, will you? So nothing to be mad at. To lose to the 51-piece drought, it just happens. Like, you can't, even if he were to survive that, he would have probably fallen way behind and not been able to catch up. Like if you think about it, 51 pieces is 200 blocks. That is half of your board.
Yeah. It's interesting.
That's actually your entire board. That's 200. It's 10 by 20. That is an entire board of blocks. So that's what you're dealing with the 50-piece drought. See, I can't even math, but that's your entire game field. So you have to burn a ton, and not even the perfect build can't maintain that sort of burning down, and to expect to not get into trouble. That just takes tremendous skill and luck to be able to handle that. So, game 3. Best of 3 now at the bottom. Perfect build for Quaid. Up top, Scotto is up 1-0. He's behind only 7,000 points, neck and neck. Neither board is in good shape, though. So, dealing with your trash, dealing with your droughts, like Daasian now has a 20-piece drought. Finally gets out of it, but the line's useless for him. Scotto is down at the bottom, but a line piece is the only thing that's going to get this down to make it burnable. He's finally going to get it. So Daasian has got a 1,700-point lead. Finally gets a Tetris to take a 1 Tetris lead at 202 lines. So we are approaching kill screen down here at the bottom. Is Scotto, I would say in that situation, you might want to waste the line and go for the central Tetris. He does it there, but he's down a Tetris now. That might be crucial. If he loses by a Tetris here, Scotto might have wanted to take a little bit more aggression at these final lines. Daasian is now ahead 3 Tetrises at 217 lines.
This is looking really good for Daasian.
Yeah, and Scotto's going to top out at 721.
Wow.
Daasian, nicely done, dude. That was a neck-and-neck match right to that point, and Scotto had to take the risk, and it didn't pay off. And that's what you want to do, though. When you have to Tetris or die, that's what your board's going to end up looking like if you don't get it. So Doge is in trouble now. At the bottom. He's down 43,000 points, and he's playing in that yellow zone. Tappers can handle it up there, but they're going to need a little bit of RNG help. And Quaid's got to take advantage and score some more Tetrises to take the lead. Or to expand his lead, I should say. Quaid's got the column 2 ready.
Yeah, hopefully we can see some... I feel like Doge is running into a lot of these burn situations, and on a good day, he can be a consistent max-out player, so hopefully we can see him bring it back here a little bit against Quaid to see some fire.
Quaid's got the combo play going, which would send a lot of garbage over in Tetris 99, but here it's just maintaining his lead and not growing it. It's down to 34,000, which is about a Tetris and a half. The well is open, and boom, Tetris for Quaid. 201 at 69 lines. Nice.
Nice.
And now the well is transferred over to column 7, or column 8, I should say. And my screen just died. There, it's back. So I'm watching in 2 frames a second vision.
Oh
I will do the best I can. As long as our viewers can see it, great. That's all that matters at the end. My view doesn't really matter in the long run. Tetris for Quaid right down the middle. He's ahead 65,000 points. He's going to build up that crazy Z column on the right, and he's Tetris ready again in column 5. Doge is behind 43,000 points.
Yes.
Up top, a 2-point lead for Scotto
Oh.
with the 2 troll points.
It's pretty significant and could really make a difference here in this post-transition. Well, we're still only 15. It's still early days. Just watch. He's going to win by 2 points after a kill screen.
Vintage Quaid just dancing that well around. Just go. He's like a pinball player where you're not going for the highest available score. You're going with the score that's most likely to get it for you in that very instance of where the ball is. So if the ball trajectory is coming this way, you go for the score on the left. I mean, that's exactly how he's building his Tetris wells. And it's so fun to watch. I mean, it's not... I know you're going to hear it in chat and commentary, whatever else, that it's not the way to play. But I don't care. I love it. And he's ahead by about a Tetris. And Doge is going to tie it up now, but Quaid is ready. And there's Tetris, column 4. Column 4 is open again for Quaid, and he's just maintaining a 3,000 point lead now. Takes the square burn, and now he's got a 1 piece of cheese. So this is Doge's chance to take a lead. He's Tetris ready. Over on the right, up top, Scotto's got 1 piece to deal with, and he's going to try to squeeze an L in there.
We're about to transition on bottom. And a pretty close game. Yeah. Doge had to do some high burns there, but now he's ready, waiting for that long bar. He's actually going to take the triple, which I commend.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Quaid. Oh, no! He can't burn it down, and Quaid's going to take it!
Very unfortunate. I think he had a misrotation or something.
Yeah. The transition kills. It's... You got to get acclimated. You cannot be in a groove and change your groove instantly and play the exact same way. You have to let it go over you. And the spin time just didn't work for Doge there. So now Doge will be playing for his tournament life, down 2-1 in the second chance bracket. Do it for the Penguins, Quaid. That's what chat's saying.
For the Emperor Penguins. Do it for your buddies.
We could use some March of the Penguins type commentary here. If we could get Morgan Freeman on board for that, that'd be kind of cool.
I'm not going to bother trying. I don't want to be embarrassed immortality and be permanently embarrassed on YouTube. So I'm not going to go there.
Oh yeah. But just imagine that if you're home. So off we go. Quaid at match point. Doge needing 2 to win. Doge starts off strong. Quaid starting off with a traditional column 10 well. Up top, we're at 92 lines, 95 lines for the other player. We've got about a 2 Tetris lead for Daasian now. Scotto is ready to score, though, as long as he gets the long bar. There's 1, and he'll need to fill in 1 hole to be Tetris ready. He's going to do it with this L. And perfect play up top so far.
Daasian maintaining that 2 Tetris lead. Scotto's going to have to take some burns to get back to the right. He's handling it like a champ. Waits for that T piece. Looking good. Meanwhile, on bottom, just neck and neck, trading Tetrises.
See if I can find the ELO ratings for up top there, because Daasian and Scotto are both fairly big in the online scene.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure Pumpy's on it in chat. It's hard to beat. I can't scroll down a page, look for stats while the games are going on. So I will pay attention more to the game and not worry about the ELO stats, but if Pumpy can be on it in chat, I'd appreciate it. So we're neck and neck. 371 point difference at the bottom. The Asian's playing a little in the yellow zone there. He's going to burn down. Scotto's going to open up as well. He's going to be Tetris ready to take the lead as soon as line comes, and he's already at 529 pre-transition, so he has a possibility of being 600,000.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Daasian is way high at transition. That is a dangerous transition spot.
Oh yeah, Daasian's not looking good.
He can't. No, he's gonna kneel, and it's gonna top out. The transition killed it. Scotto takes game 3 with a bad transition for Daasian. I try to point those out to players because it's real easy to lose track of that if you're got super focused on your stack. And I apologize for missing at that point. But your line count is on your screen, so that is a skill a player needs to be looking out for. And Doge here at the bottom, playing a little high. Quaid playing one off the bottom. He needs some sawtooth pieces to clean this out. And now he's going to go for a column 5 well, and it's set up, and column 5 Tetris for Quaid. Vintage Quaid this tournament. It's been so much fun.
Yeah,
every time.
Quaid looking great. Looking like he's finally kind of in the zone here.
He's in the zone in stone face, which kind of sucks, but, you know, if he's scoring, that's all that matters. Doge putting a square burst on the right side over his well. That's going to be an awful lot of burns. And Quaid with a golden opportunity to take the lead here if he can get the piece.
There we go. Doge opens it back up, waiting for the piece as well. That piece that everybody wants to maximize their score. Doesn't want to come.
Is it a curse to mention that piece anymore?
I don't know. We seem to be cursing things quite a bit recently. These sets today are just so volatile.
Let's say there's a good word for it, because I don't want to go negative, because this has been extremely fun and competitive. It's not been.
Yeah.
These have been ugly gimmies. These have required players to overcome weird situations, especially that hero play up top early on a couple of games.
Yeah.
Speaking of hero play up top, Daasian is in another hero situation. A square would be awfully nice right now. Yeah, now he's transferred to an L dependency. He's going to fill it in with an eye piece.
Mm-hmm.
Micro adjustment with the square coming. I mean, it's been textbook game saving plays up top, all across the board today.
Right,
and that's why it's saying this is fun versus just a crappy top out after one Tetris. That's the difference here between these crazy games and just a boring old 28,000 top out. So at the bottom, the game reset here. Doge is up now 2 Tetrises with a clean board. Quaid's got a clean board. Needs to fill in a couple gaps before he's Tetris ready. And Quaid's going to get the Tetris down to a 1 Tetris lead again. Up top, the Asian, again, crazy builds. Look at that stuff on it. Look at that flagpole over there on the left.
And on the right.
He's got 2 flagpoles. Wow.
He could go... Yeah, he might be able to get that column 9. Let's see how he wants to burn this down. Oh, he's not getting good pieces, though. Okay. Oh, he set up that eye dependency.
The flagpole, though.
Okay, he's looking a little better here.
Man.
Might see another high digging situation here for the Asian, but looking like he can handle it. Quaid, yeah. Meanwhile, Quaid does transition.
Here comes a groaner. Here comes another groaner. He's in full Harvey danger with that flagpole sit-up. But he's going to get out of it again. And he's only behind 2 Tetrises. Like, level 19 play is going to determine this game. He's got the dirty column 9 Tetris ready, and he's getting droughted at the absolute worst time. He's going to burn it down. At the bottom, we have a traditional level 19 match. Quaid with the traditional Tetris, so I don't know what switch we flipped on the bottom there. But we're going to get a traditional fun match as both players are going to play this out. Doge is ahead by 2 Tetris. Oh, Quaid! Hangs up the L in the middle. He's going to be able to burn this down, hopefully. But Doge is going to increase his lead here with that mistake by Quaid.
Yeah, and Doge is looking much nicer, more poised to maybe extend that gap here. He's already up by 38,000 against Quaid, and Quaid's actually bringing it down fairly quick.
That's only a 2 Tetris deficit, so this is not over by any stretch of imagination.
For sure.
And we've seen some classic CTWC matches where Quaid would get center wells at level 28 to overtake a chase down. So anything can happen. Doge is playing for his tournament life here. He's currently up 3 Tetrises now. Quaid now has the column 3 Tetris ready to go, and there it is. Boom, Tetris for Quaid. Down 3. Doge having to cover as well. Quaid Tetris ready. Doge gets now he's down 4. He's ready. He's getting droughted. 17, 18 piece drought. We're gonna race to the kill screen, folks. This is what we want to see.
Yeah, Quaid is starting to fall back a bit. He's almost behind by 100,000 points. But these later levels, you get more from the Tetris, and there's one. So he should be able to close this gap as long as he's scoring.
See his center well play. He had 3 burns for that center well, whereas regular players when he set up would have had a lot more burns. So it's not the most efficient way, but he's got a system and it works for him. And now he's setting up the column 6 Tetris. He's going to go safe. He's going to go back to column 1. He's down 128,000 points, though, so he's got almost no runway left. He's taking the risk, and there's a Tetris in column 2. Doge is nearing finish.
Exactly.
Doge has 9 lines left.
Yep.
Quaid is center well. Tetris center well right down the middle for Quaid. He's down 132,000. He's going to have to Tetris out to win. Doge can pad his lead with another Tetris here. The Asian's going to top out. Scotto is going to advance. Wow. The number 5 seed is out of this tournament. Post-transition again, killing the Asian. Quaid has got an 807 at 225. He now can only get 1 Tetris. And Doge is playing some level 30. Look at Doge go.
Okay, yeah, Doge with the win there.
Max out. Doesn't quite get it, but a 981 there.
Doge almost hits the level level 31. But yeah, well played from Doge. He didn't really he was kept on the gas there. Didn't let Quaid get caught up. Quaid wasn't playing so bad there in the end either. It was just Doge not.
No, like an 800,000 is. You want your player to force your opponent to max out, and that's what Quaid did. So we got a decider. For my last time in 2020.
Yeah, also just good games from Daasian, really bringing it today. Unfortunate top out there, right at the transition, happens to everybody. And not the way you would probably want to go out, but yeah, anything happens in Classic Tetris tournaments. That was a pretty big upset for Scotto to beat Daasian there, but Scotto does move on to play the winner of this match.
For sure, and this is the last game that I'll get to call this year, and like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with Chen. I got to thank Adam, I got to thank Vince, I got to thank Trey, I got to thank all the other commentators and players. Let's get this going, though. Nobody wants to hear me thank people. And one last time in chat for me. 2-1. Buko! Away we go. Game 5. Round 2 in the second chance bracket.
Decider.
Winner faces Scotto Bozo. After a break, we'll be joined by the one and only James Chen. It'll be awesome. I will be watching and chatting along. Doge traditional, Quaid. And that's the advantage of his center will play is he's got a place to put the square burst. So he's down a Tetris, but his board is in perfect shape for his style of play. Now he's Tetris ready in column 6, column 7. Yeah, subtract from 10. I need to be trying. Yeah, see, that's that whole column 6, 7 deal. But, everybody knows what I'm saying. All right, Quaid could have the perfect clear there. Doge is up high, hits the burn, takes the Tetris down. We are neck and neck early on, 24 lines, and that's the traditional benchmark of a good game. Is you get your 100,000 points between 20 and 25 lines. Both players are at that point. Fun to see a couple million point scores here to close out this portion of the bracket today.
Yeah, let's go out with the bang for sure. Both players are extremely capable of doing so. As we saw, Doge can play well into the kill screen with some high scores. But
needs to fill it in. He'll fill it in. Little panic early. He's got to cover again.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he's
not
dependent.
good.
He's dependent. He's covered it up.
Oh,
is he gonna get it? No. He can't get it over. Quaid is good with that.
And Quaid is good.
Oh my goodness. Quaid can top out. He advances to face Scotto Bozo in the second chance finals for a chance to get in the money. Quaid just brings the crazy, man. All of these matches that he's been on screen for have just been bananas.
Yeah, unfortunate early top out there from Doge. He had a pretty flat board up high, and then when you're not sloped like that, you have trouble finding the burns on the right, so he opted to take the burns in the middle, then gets hit with that huge, that square piece is probably the worst thing he could have got in that moment, and then just didn't have the proper follow-up.
Doge, good games, man. It was a pleasure watching you play. It was a pleasure calling it. Hope to see you again next year. But Quaid, what a story. Like, deserving is a weird word, but he survived all these matches that he had to survive, and he is in the second chance final.